I think it's significant at this point. It's embedded in so many different ways in which we see things, whether it's on the internet, on social media, versus the way how the algorithm follows people and the patterns by which they search for information.
Influence us through algorithmic, reinforcement, through feedback, the way we click on things. So AI can figure out all kinds of things about you just by the way you move your mouse.
My sense is that we are increasingly relying on AI-inflected sources for information. I think news may be polluted at the source, if that's the source that we're relying on.
Virtually every news organization is already using AI. They're beginning to use AI in terms of speeding up the process of research.
I think AI might be very helpful for kind of a lot of background research. If they can pull a lot of things together historically and culturally.
The biggest misconception right now is that AI can do the work of humans. I mean, it just can't.
I'm concerned about the way news comes to us, and I think that is very much AI controlled, and I'm worried about how those decisions are being made.
And so we end up with a polarized kind of populace. And here we are. And I'm not making a political statement whatsoever. I think the simple truth is that how we consume our media determines what side of that equation we're on.
I do worry about the quality of journalism. And now you're introducing AI, whose language is, to what I've seen, to a great extent, fairly stiff.
I've seen good things that have happened because of it and bad things. One example would be the proliferation of news on the internet. I see that as, in a way, a good thing because we have access to more information than we've ever had at the fingertips on a laptop. But by the second part of that is the bad part. And the bad part is a lot of that information that we have access to is not real. It's false. It's planted. And at times, dangerous.
Now, what goes into the, let's call it the editorializing function of AI these days? I'm not so sure, first of all, that I know what that is. And I am very sure that I don't trust it, because I think those decisions about choosing the news and pushing it to us, filtering it and presenting it to us via a Facebook feed or a chatbot or something like that. Hey, ChatGPT, tell me what I need to know today. I'm worried about a world where people do that a lot.
I mean, let's be honest, all of the models that we're training on is historical data. And historical data is notoriously biased. There's no way around the bias. It's going to be present. We have to assume that.
And the question is, how do we use AI? And what are the honest ways to use AI in an academic environment and in a journalistic environment?
We haven't really had a lot of conversations about ethics in AI. And I think this is the one aspect, especially within media and media literacy, that's incredibly important. You're not going to stop the technology, but what you do need to do is be able to think about it critically, to understand its process within our lives, and also to see how it manifests in different ways.
To the extent that you used AI, tell us what you used it for. That transparency in this area is so important. Not to pretend you did all the legwork and all the research from reputable sources, but you just grabbed it off AI and threw it in your article. If that's what you do as a practitioner, you will find yourself likely to have lost your status, to have lost your veracity in the industry.
It would be terribly important for the editor to say, the draft of this article was generated by AI, and it was vetted by the byline of the editor.
When it comes to AI, the only way to stop a belligerent AI is to have your own AI. That's the only way you're gonna deal with this.
We tend to use media unconsciously. We scroll, we skim, we go channel surfing, we tend to just be consumers of media. To be media literate, you actually need to look at yourself as a consumer and then see how you yourself are using it and how it is using you as well.
My thinking is that media literacy should be part of the core curriculum, as important as math and science. That you should be studying media literacy from the earliest age of school.
Wouldn't it be cool, though, if we had a high school course that trained students how to detect AI? Wouldn't that be cool? We could do it in middle school then. We could do it in elementary school. Oh, that's fake.
But I think what's going to happen, it's inevitable, is that AI will become a partner to journalism, and that journalists will become more editors of AI's copy. I think it's inevitable that that is a direction that it's going to go in.